Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. I'll be doing a love special in honor of Valentine's Day and the celebration of love in general. And so I will direct my reading to this theme, but of course any other message that comes forward, I will also let you know. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I have a love special available until the end of the month at a sales price, which is called Cupid's Message. And if you would like to know more details again about that or any other service, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Taurus. Well, I do feel like there's this super exciting charge of energy happening here and affecting your love life immensely. There's a sense of a huge impact that something or someone is having in your life and with your emotions, and it feels like a very raw sexual thing here that ignites your spirit, that ignites your creative as well outlets, and even the input you put in daily activities. It feels like the fact that you are in love or infatuated, or the energy of just the presence of some sense of attraction is boosting you with stamina, vitality, desire, urge to do better, not only in terms of your love life, but also in terms of your life in general. It's like rearranging things or adding things, coloring up things, spicing up things that are like an extension of what's going on perhaps between you and someone, or just the way you are, flowing, let's say, with the present moment and what that is bringing you in terms of sensations when it comes to love, romantic aspirations, people you are dealing with. It's just so inspiring. I feel like there's a huge sense of inspiration coming from matters of the heart. And being that in a position of what the moment holds for you love-wise and relationship-wise, well, this is a very good omen because it's the Ace of Wands. This is the energy of passion. This is the energy of fire, the energy of a new beginning here blooming in your life. And with it, it brings a very raw, again, dynamic. It brings vital force. It brings, of course, a lot of attraction, a lot of a sexual interest and activity. So this can be a time where you are particularly sexually as well quite stimulated, or sex and your sex life, let's put it that way, specifically as well for Taurus that are already in relationships, seems to be something in which from it you can improve and deepen as well your relationship with the current person you have. Or this could mean that you're receiving energetically some sort of, it's like you're receiving some sort of power that is lifting you up, or lifting a part of your love life that has been so stagnant, I feel, or so muddy. It's like pulling that up and just brightening things that have been dark. I also feel like for some of you there's a sense of things brightening up to a point that you can start to see the truth and the imperfections and the flaws of yourself or of your partner as well, and not be able to sustain that easily. What I want to say about that is that some of you are also dealing here with something where there's a very powerful ego drive in your reading as well, where perhaps you and your partner are also, you and another interest are operating a lot from ego, and there's a competitive also energy that comes along with that sometimes might interfere in things flowing right and happening, you know, at a consistent growth and rate. It could be that there's again a very sudden, it's like sudden waves of energy, and then it comes and it goes, it comes and it goes, it comes and it goes, and it's very explosive. So it could be that, you know, passion and anger are also hand in hand here. And I feel like some of you are seeing things that in one hand can be amazing and pointing the direction of where your future, let's say, path in terms of love is and should be. Where's the right way for you and where's the wrong way? And I feel like some of you can just be having an issue here where there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of interest between you and someone, but it's like your life path and the life path of this other person, there's something here that it seems like it's very hard to combine or to bring together in a way where one or the other would not feel like they are losing themselves, where they feel like they're not having to sacrifice ultimately who they are and the things they want in life to be with you, or vice versa. It could be that some of you are indeed having a realization about a relationship that sheds some light, but it's like a light that I feel like will bring to it some aspects that you do not like, let's say, to see, or that you have a hard time dealing with, basically. It could be also that there's a sense of perfectionism infusing the quality of your relationships with somehow a critical approach, where I feel like this coming from you, Taurus, a lot. Maybe you are criticizing the way your partner or the way someone you're interested in does things. And even for Taurus that are single, I feel like the next person of interest coming here will be someone of a different element. You have fire and earth. They are not immediately compatible. It needs work. And the fire character here stands strongly as one that it's fixed on his ways, just as you. And so there's a stubborn element, friction, that comes with this dynamic here that I'm picking on. But a lot of learning as well, because I feel like some of you Taurus are dealing with dynamics like I can't live with you and I can't live without you at the same time. It's like a crazy in love type of force, and so it's like it collides and it breaks and it makes both of you tear this aspect apart, tear the love apart, and then bring them together and tear apart and then bring them together. So it's hectic. But I also feel like as you go along, something until the springtime will bloom here. It will bloom from now up until springtime. That's what I want to say. All of this that I'm talking about might be what some of you are dealing with primarily when it comes to love. But if you work with this person or with this energy in this arch of time, I feel like in the spring, the new beginning will kind of happen, or a new cycle, right, of energy will happen and help you and whoever you're dealing with overcome this. This is what you don't expect that will affect your love life. This is the occult surprise factors. Five of Pentacles. It's not easy for one, neither for one or the other. So Taurus, don't feel like you're suffering alone. You're missing on alone. I feel like even if you're not with someone right now, there's someone that misses you as much as perhaps you do, or someone that feels like they need you as much as you feel like you need them. But the acceptance of this neediness, right, of this vulnerable aspect of yourselves gets in the way, because neither likes to be needy, vulnerable. You have a very interesting combination here. You have an element of fire, which came along in a position of the passion's flame. So this is the house that represents the outer sphere, how the other is feeling, seeing, wanting, reacting, the dynamic coming from the other side. And this is fire. So yes, and together with the Ace of Wands, someone really desires you, and it's all-consuming kind of all-consuming kind of energy. But this is you, and this is the advice. The advice is to remember something here when it comes to Earth domain and the best possible qualities that exist in our domain. And one of them is patience, endurance, and an ability to work hard to improve whichever situation is happening that is not working well. So you're gonna go there and handle it and fix it and work until you see improvement, because that's the Earth dynamic. So what I want to say is be smarter than your partner or than the other person when it comes to blowing things out or blowing up or, you know, pushing. This is not someone that likes pushing. This is not someone that likes to do things because they are told to do. It's like the energy of confronting this person in a very how you call it, in a very upfront manner will backfire. This person needs some sense of it needs your grounding, the grounding element that you carry, or it needs your ability to sustain a relationship throughout the storms that it carries. Yes, this other person might be too individualistic or even selfish. That's that danger. It can be someone that is self-centered in whichever they are doing right now or their priorities are at the moment. Yes, but you have the last word, because this is your advice and the last card, the outcome of how everything kind of binds itself together here in this story. You have the last word. It goes as you want to go, and this applies to single, coupled, any type of status of relationship, because I also feel like some of you that perhaps are single or feel like your love life have been, you know, too on this ordinary. I also feel like some of you feel like there's this ordinary, day-to-day, mundane experiences, you know, more of the same that have not pleased you. Something interesting is coming along, but it's like an energy that collides with your own. It's an energy that will still test stubbornness, rigidity, pushiness, trying to push the other to be what you want them to be and not allow them to just be, because fire is truth, is individuality. So you can't control fire, you can't shape it. Now, it's a relationship that, if already is going on and it had an amazing beginning filled with power and passion and attraction, it will still continue to have that, but it will come a point where the differences will be noticed, where the needs and the needs that are not being met and provided for will also speak loud, making both of you aware of the truth of the star, which is the obstacle here. There is hope in a connection, even though some of you Taurus do, either you are losing hope on that connection or you don't have it at all. Because it's interesting, because the Five of Pentacles is a card of lack of faith. The absence of faith that creates several problems. Because when we're dealing with struggles, the only thing we have really is our faith that things will get better. We have to hold on to something to keep going and believe. Deep down, also some of you have just lost a little bit of hope when it comes to love. Maybe you don't see the light, you don't see that something good like the star could happen. Something here feels like you lost the hope and the understanding of what this energy of love is about, and this energy of relationship is. A lot of things get in the way, I feel, of ego again, things that do not, they're not about love, get in the way of you and another being at peace with each other within a relationship. It's like interference and insecurities also, because you're very powerful, and this other person you will be dealing with or are dealing with, they are as well quite powerful, and it's like bringing two powerful forces together. They compete. There's a sense of threat in regards to that, as much as there could be support and an upgrade when it comes to your love life. A queen and a king, it's an ideal match. It's an ideal match when it comes to the balance between feminine and masculine energies being shown here. So there is a counterpart. There is another in your life, or about to be, that does complement either you being the male or them being the female. There will be, but the temperament is different. One is fire. Perhaps it's a Leo or someone with a strong Leo vibe. And you are earth, fire and earth. Fire and earth is not exactly, immediately compatible. You have to compromise here something. You have to let something go in order to have room for both to create. Because the good thing is that here the earth sign, which is you, the earth element, can take on the fire of the other part and create a solid form for that vision. So someone here has the vision, someone here has the initiative, the courage, perhaps the impulse, but they don't have the steadiness or the patience. And you take on this flame and you're going to put it to good use, to either both of you personally or to something else that you will be doing. So I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.